Okay. Sorry, I keep saying okay because I want to make sure, like, that's like the take type thing. Okay. Uh, yeah. So what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, we took those pictures. Before then, or I took that picture. Before then, when my uncle died, my dad couldn't go to I don't know what it's called. So I always stand in for dad when dad's not available to do certain things. Um, but I hate being around his family because they never treated me like family. I always feel like an outsider. So I keep telling you guys, be careful who you indirectly affect. So like with my aunt, whatever I'll call her, um, she treated my dad badly, and that comes back down on me, right? So like, um, because she indirectly affected me, I don't like her at all. Um, like I don't know how to feel. Um, mm. Anyways, I'm playing cards. We play cards with my cousins, but like I'm really competitive when we play cards because I like um, gambling and that kind of thing, and it's hard to cheat. And I'm always like I know when to cut my losses, so that's kind of fun. But anyways, yeah, I feel so disconnected being around them. Like my aunt, she's always like, "Ugh, Felisa's still tiny," and I was like, "Oh my god." Like, like they're so disgusting. Instead of saying, oh, like, hi, oh, you're okay, or like, oh, you're looking good, she's like, nah, she looked like a tiny, scrawny bitch. Like, I hate that. Um, if they ever asked me, I would tell them, yeah, I feel I'm better than them. Okay, if it ever came down to that, I would fight them for that. Like it's always fucking fighting over there. Um, I don't know. Just hearing some of the things that come out their mouth when they're talking to me, I just feel like I'm being snapped into. Okay, on that topic, let's see. Google, how do I gain weight? How to gain weight? Oh, let me move you guys. I can't read it. What does it say? Eat more frequently. Eat. Oh my god, I might as well just fucking say all of that. Fuck off. Ugh. That was helpful. I can't gain weight. Yeah, so my uncle died. Well, he's no one to me. I don't care. I don't really give two shits about them. My grandmother died. I wasn't close with her, but I didn't have no problem with her. Like with her energy, if I was in a room with a whole bunch of people, I could tell you exactly if she was in the room because her energy, um, everybody's energy, like background noise, like the buzzing sound, and then her energy is like, I just put everything on mute. She's the mute button in the room. Her energy's like that. And then some of you are gonna be like, Lisa, but how do you know like you pick up on her energy, not just pick up on anything? Because if I couldn't pick up on her, I wouldn't be able to sense her in the noise. You know what I mean? So she's the mute button. I always liked that about her. She'd always yell at me, but I like being near her because um, silence. It was quiet. I felt peace. Like she never said a word when she was alive either. She took all everything, she everything she took with her to the grave. And then my aunt died, and she's such an I want to call her an asshole, but I feel bad talking about the dead. But she like we talked to her when grandma died. We were talking like she was alive then. Right? We were talking to her and everything. She didn't let us know that she was sick or that that things were going badly. Like I talked to her the other day and then she died. It's the same thing that happened with grandma. I talked to her the other day when my uncle died and then she died. Um, and they say according to them, if the Hindu stuff isn't done correctly, 6 people can die at once, right? So every 3 months someone dies. So my uncle died back on Father's Day. 3 months later my grandmother dies, and then 3 months later now my aunt dies. So they know somebody did something wrong or something. I don't know. Um, so because of that, mom's scared. She puts scissors everywhere and limes, and not because of superstitious type of thing. She's like, I'm not risking it, because she's really scared that they'll take dad next, but I know they won't. Like, I know he's not gonna die next. But she's still scared. She doesn't want to risk it. She's like, Lisa, they already took his brother-in-law, his mother, his sister. He could go next. And I was like, no, they wouldn't do that to me. Anyways, so I went on a job with dad, and it was fun. We had to pump a hose. The construction workers that day were looking at me like I was fucking weird. We were downtown. It was fun. Oh, I took Christmas photos at Wonderland. And I wanted to go back during my birthday to take contrasting photos. But then, the virus, it got closed down, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But I was happy for my birthday this year. I didn't make no wish, and I didn't have any cake, and nobody bought, like, it was just like any other day, and that was like the best thing that could have happened. But back to like the funeral stuff. Everyone's all emotionally charged because they're like, how the fuck do you know your dad's not gonna die? And that kind of thing. Like, they looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. They're looking at me like, how could you possibly know that? You know what I mean? Oh, my leg. Right? They're pissed at me because they're like, how could you possibly know that, right? And I'm getting all emotional because they're taking out all their emotions on me, and I didn't do anything wrong. I just told them what I know is the truth. And my aunts, they're both panicking. They're like, what the fuck are you gonna do if your dad dies? That kind of thing. They're like, what the fuck are you gonna do if he dies? He's the only one that's working. What are you gonna do? And they're driving this negative, disgusting energy down me, and I feel so fucking disgusted. Like, you know how many showers I've taken and I can't feel this disgusting energy come off of me? Like, I can't cleanse my body of this. If dad dies, my life's fucked. Because I have to inherit everything, right? Like, if dad dies, I want to tell them, oh yeah, I'd follow too, right? Because there's no point, right? But I can't do that to Trev. If dad dies and then I die and leave him, I can't do that to Trev. I can't. So I gotta take over everything dad does. So that means I gotta start working. I gotta be able to drive, right? I gotta be able to maintain this house. Dumb fucking bitches making me panic. Like, thinking about it makes me want to cry. Yeah, I can't, I don't mind carrying that burden, but I can't leave that on Trev. I can't damage Trev. Like, he'll never forgive me. Yo, Trev, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but if I'm dead, make sure whoever wants to talk to me offers me sweets. Tell them I need sugar. If they're gonna come bug me, I need something sweet. Oh, and make sure if they allow you to find my body, to burn me with my camera, okay? Make sure my camera's burnt with me. I'll need it for later when I'm dead. When I cross over I'm gonna need it. I was joking with one of the spirits the other day. I was like, oh, if dad dies and I have to, because normally you're supposed to light a candle and place water there, but for dad, can I just place brake cleaner there? Because that's all he was. So jokes. So anyways, they're like, how, like, I didn't tell them yet because it's none of their business. I didn't want to tell them, but like, the reason why I know he's not gonna die is because that, like, around that time when he made me this truck thing, right, around this same time here, this was like 2000, 2001, that was a long time ago, right, it was a different time. Around that time, mom used to take me to school, I never told anybody this story, okay? But I told mom. I told mom recently just to ease her nerves so she wouldn't panic so much. Because when you panic more, it's more likely to happen. So, I mom used to take me to school, and dad used to pick me up in the afternoon, right? But one day, dad was late, and I didn't know what was wrong, right? I didn't think I was just like, oh, he's just late. Normally, I'm not like the last kid left behind. But then this man showed up, and he kept telling me, oh, your father's okay. Your mother's coming to pick you up, and I was like, no. He said your mother's gonna come pick you up. Your father's okay, and I was telling him, I was like, but mom doesn't come pick me up. My dad's gonna come get me. Um, and he kept telling me, no, your mom's gonna come get you. Everything will be okay. I didn't understand. And then next thing I know, mom shows up all distraught and panicked, and she grabs my hand quickly. Something's wrong, but I don't know what's wrong. But having this guy near me, like I feel calm. I don't feel panic, right? I don't know, like I feel fine. But I only know that he's not a person until mom grabs my hand and I know she can't see him. Then I realized I was like, oh my fucking gosh, she can't see him. So then he starts following us behind, but he starts following us from behind slowly. But I'm not talking to him directly anymore, like he's a person anymore, because I know she can't see him, and then she's gonna look at me like, who the fuck you talking to? You know what I mean? So, she's panicking no ass. I was like, I don't know what's happening or what's wrong. So we get home, and the spirit comes in the house with us, and dad's on the couch, and then I was like, oh look, there's dad. Like I was like happy to see dad, right? I was like, okay, and then I jumped on him because he's always on the couch, and we always like lay down on him, right? Because he's always warm. So I went to go jump him, and this is the first time I ever see mom. Like she pulled me so hard and threw me on the floor, and I felt like crying. I was so upset. I was because when I jumped on him, I was like, Dad, there you are. Like we're like you were supposed to pick me up from school or something like that, right? And then I remember mom didn't even. She just tossed me aside, and I felt so bad. I was gonna cry. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Um, so then um the spirit's right there, and then she's not looking at me at all, and dad, like I don't know what's going on, but he's not paying that much attention to me either. So then the spirit um calls me over and talks to me and says your mother's or something about my mom, but he told me not to worry about it, like not to cry, right? I didn't cry because after he talked to me I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then he was about to leave, and I told him I don't want to be left alone. I feel alone. Don't leave me alone. He told me he had to go, and then I told him before he left. No, but he told me like, see, I told you your dad will be okay. Um, but before he left, I told him, because I like making negotiations with the spirits. I told him I don't want to see you again unless dad's about to die. You gotta promise you'll come see me right before then. I didn't understand the concept of death or whatnot then. That's why he had to explain it to me. Um, but yeah, he promised me that I wouldn't see him again until dad's about to die, right? And then I realized that's dad's guardian angel, because later on I ended up explaining to dad that I saw this guy, he looked like this, and then dad's like, this is the guy who saved me when I was about to die, because the machine nearly crushed him when he was like by himself working on a job, and this machine came and almost ran him over and killed him. So anyways, yeah, he kept his promise since I haven't seen him. So I know dad's not gonna die, but I can't tell any of these fools that, because if I tell them that, they're not gonna believe me. They're like, oh, he's making up shit. No, because I know. I don't think his guardian angel likes me very much. He's kind of cranky. um, but that's kind of why I read the angel book the other day, right? Because so far all the guardian angels I've met have all been male, right? And I wanted to look in the book to see if there's any instances where there's any female angels, because my guardian angel told me I can reach their level when I die, but I was like, I don't see anything recorded in any of these books saying that I can, right? I don't know what you're talking about. So anyways, yeah, I know my dad's not gonna die. that his guardian angel promised me he wouldn't let that happen. Because if that happens, then I get fucked over. They're not gonna take him until I'm ready to let him go. Yeah, so now, like, with the dreams and stuff I've been having, and I've been talking to Dad about them, he every time now when I sleep and I get up, he's like, "What did you dream now?" So now he wants to hear what I have to say, but like now I'm worried because I don't know if I'm scaring him or worrying him because he knows what I see is gonna happen now, and then he like I don't want him to feel worried because of how long this has been going on for, you know. It's so fucking complicated. Why couldn't things be fucking easier? My guardian angel though, he told me he would never let me die in my sleep. He said that's the worst way for me to go because my soul travels when I sleep, right? And that's how I see some of you guys. Which I don't know how the fuck that works, but it does. I don't know why. It happens. But he wouldn't let that happen because he said if I die that way, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for him to look for me and send me where I need to go. But with them, I'm allowed to see when someone's gonna die and not how. Like when I see Dad's guardian angel, I'll know that he's gonna die then, right? Like I know they're all gonna die around the same time. I know when. I just don't know how. Yeah. It's so I can mentally prepare, right? For the people who are gonna hurt from those types of things, I have to be able to I have to prepare to deal with that. Yeah, so I told Mom Dad's gonna die around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and I won't find out till like 12, between 1 to 3 or something like that. But I don't know how. So I told her when he dies, he'll die early morning. But you know, Stripid never dies. People cause more people pain, don't die right away. I won't be able to reach him when he dies. Okay, enough dead people talk. Okay, so then, my aunt recently had kids, so I just recently got to meet my cousins. This kid's like, they're 5 and 3 as of right now, and the little one, I like the little one. So he didn't come near me until his older brother talked to me first, and then he came to talk to me, and they're playing on their iPads and whatnot, and then he said, "I want to take a picture of you," and I was like, "Why?" And he said, "Cause you're pretty," and then I love little kids; they don't lie, right? So I was telling him, I was like, "Your brother doesn't think I'm pretty," and he said, "But I think you're pretty," and I was like, "Oh, this kid's so sweet." But my aunt, she always says, she's like, because when we went over to see to when we went over and we with her kids, every time we were around her kids, she's like, they're always quiet. She's like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, because they're loud no ass. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I never got my kids to be this quiet. Even around their grandmother, they're not this quiet. I just told her, it's you just simple, you just talk to them like they're people. Like I just had a normal, decent conversation with this kid who you wouldn't think you'd have a meaningful conversation with, right? And like as long as you give them common sense and reasoning, right, then they'll act fine. So now she wants me to babysit her kids because she's like, oh, every time you guys are around, the kids are always quiet, right? She's like, I've never heard the house so quiet before in my life. And then he said he doesn't want me to go. He said you have to stay here. He's like, yeah, sleep over. And then she said it's not a bad idea. Maybe you should sleep over. And then when I spend time with this kid now, I already know I'm not gonna see him for another 5 years, right? Like, we'll meet now, but I don't know if you'll remember me later when we reach back up. But I don't wanna. I don't want to sleep in that house because my aunt she said I should stay over, but if and she said it's not my house isn't like grandpa's house because grandpa's house I'll die in because I got mad allergies, and his house is gonna kill me. The lack of cleanliness. Uh, Yeah, so if I fall asleep in her house, I don't want to see the spirits around there, and I don't want to see if I see other things or if I start attuning to whoever's energies, and I don't want to have to deal with that. And then on top of that, I can't eat certain things, so then she's gonna be really mad. She's gonna think that she can't cook or whatever, and that I'm too good for her cooking or whatnot. I don't want to piss her off that way. Like my other aunt, she can't cook for shit. That's why my cousins cook. But even then, like nobody's cooking's as good as mom's. But anyways, yeah, like I can't energetically, I can't stay with them. She said I don't eat enough. It's because I can't eat what you're offering me. Anyways, and then she was talking about how like everybody on dad's side of the family go into comas and then die. Like, it was getting so intense. She's so panicky. She's like, Lisa, everybody's gonna die of illness. Can't I die of stupidity? Anyhow, yeah. I miss being around the kid. They're so funny. He told me horsey. He likes when I give him piggyback rides. I'm like, oh my god, you're so fucking heavy. How am I supposed to carry you around? And then he kept pulling and tugging my hair to see if it was real. She's like, whoa, long hair. That's probably why he kept calling me horsey. I don't know. uh. And then I was asking Dad how Grandma reached up with Grandpa because it makes no sense. And he said back in their time she had no choice. Right? And then as he's saying that and stuff like that, because we're talking with all the adults there, and then I feel so sick to my stomach when we get home. And then Trev was telling me, he's like, don't worry, Lisa, Dad wouldn't ever sell you, right? Because that's what Grandma had to do. She basically got sold off to Grandpa and forced to have his kids. And then Trev said, Dad wouldn't sell you. And I was like, he better not. Like, without getting a good value, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear that, oh yeah, like, so and so sold off so and so's daughter for a bag of coffee. You know what I mean? Like, that would piss me off. If you're gonna sell me off, do it for a good deal. You better get a good deal on me. But just thinking that that was like an issue, like not too long ago, like really makes me feel sick. I was like, oh my god. Because Grandpa, like, every time you ask him, I was like, did you even like Grandma? He's like, he's never said that he liked her. I've never heard him say it. Oh my god. He causes people so much pain. Like, I don't understand. Like, him and my aunt are the same thing. Like, they've never treated me badly. But all the stories I hear, like, nothing's adding up. Because everyone's saying they're bad people. But when I'm around them, I don't know. Their energy's not as bad as what I'm hearing from the stories. So I don't know who to believe. I mean, like, if everyone's saying the same thing, it can't be a lie, can it? There's gotta be some truth in it. My head fucking hurts just thinking about them. It's so fucking heavy. Okay. So I took that picture the other day with the field. You know where I'm wearing the mask? Can you guys see the green field? That's the back field, like, over there. It's, like, 2 minutes away. But like in my dream, I keep like before I told you guys about like that I see things. I used to see like I'm always by myself and I'm in like these really cool landscapes. Like I'm in like this field of grass and I'm just lying there looking up at the sky, and I'm by myself and it's so peaceful and good. So I felt that feeling when I went to go do errands, and I cut through the backfield, and then I was like, this is as close as we're gonna get to what I'm seeing in my sleep to show you guys, right? But the first day I went, the spirit told me, because I didn't have my phone on me, he said go back home and get your phone and take a picture, and I was like I'm not walking all the way back. So then I go back the next day, because he told me it wouldn't be the same. And then when I realized what he meant, so when I took the picture, the sky is different. in like the final picture that you guys see, you're only looking at the greenery of the grass, but like the element of the sky is missing. Um, but I was like, it doesn't matter. I took the picture and I only want to focus on the grass to begin with. Um, so I took the picture because I thought you guys would want to, because everyone's stuck inside. I thought you guys would want to see what it looks like outside every now and then. I like the greenery, the greenness of it. And there's like, I like watching the trees blow in the wind. I like watching the willow trees and stuff. It's really cool. I should have taken a picture closer up, but I wanted you guys to see the whole like the bigger picture kind of thing. Um, yeah, me and Trev cut through that backfield all the time. The only time I only go back there is like when it's late at night. Me and Trevor, the only crazy people running through the darkness, rushing home. Last time he wanted me to race him, but I couldn't because I was carrying really heavy stuff. I don't remember if I was just coming home from school or whatnot. But yeah, we ran through. We always racing down the backfield. I like cutting through there because I know there's no one else there, right? And it's like right there to home. Yeah, I don't have to worry about running into people. Oh yeah, and then you guys, my nails. Sorry, they were nice once upon a time. Um, I'm calling the magenta jelly and the aurora unicorn skin. I'm gonna call this combination dragon's egg. Like, look at it, it's so cool. It just looks that way to me. I'm gonna call it dragon's egg. Um, yeah, I mislabeled that picture. I put purple with envy because that's the next one I want to get. But this is magenta jelly and the aurora unicorn skin together. What do you think? It looks pretty cool, huh? She just released the frosted metals polishes, and I don't know which one to get. I don't know whether to go for the green one or the blue one. Okay. Oh my gosh! And then all the recent photos I put up. Oh my god! If mom saw those, she would slap me upside my head because it looks like I just got off the floor. Like my hair and everything looks so disgusting. Um, right? Because she's like, I like, oh my god, if she knew what I was doing, like this stuff, she'd be like, you're misrepresenting us, you know? Um, oh, another thing you guys pointed out is the clock over there. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't like clocks and time and all that stuff, so I only put batteries in that thing when grandma's here for time to look like it's moving. But you know, like, you guys have watched my videos long enough, you know, like, it feels like it's timeless, okay? Um, so I don't know how you guys feel about that. For me, like, the timelessness thing is what's pissing me off. Um, yeah, I don't like clocks. But you can see, like, it's 3:11 now. Fuck, that's another one of those numbers I keep seeing. Okay, anyways, yeah, as time went on, you guys can see, like, when I cleaned up my room, you could see all this, like, everything I ever wanted, I had to bring toward me. Like, all this stuff is hidden. Like, nobody knows that I do all this kinds of stuff. Like, mom and dad don't even know about, like, all those books I have over there because they were hidden under my bed for so long, and I finally get a chance to, like, read them. Like, I can't share anything I want to do because people are interfering. I don't like that. It's like, you know, when you tell somebody your wish and then it doesn't come true because somebody knows it. Like, yeah, that's why. So I brought everything I wanted to me here. So it, like, now when we're in quarantine, it's not a problem for me because I can do everything from here. Trev called when I was cleaning my room. He said it looks like a fucking landfill. He said, how did all of that stuff fit in this one tiny room, right? You guys know I'm well organized. It looks clean now. Like, I couldn't sleep with all that shit on my bed. Okay. You guys, you guys are so nosy. You know that? I was sleeping and I dreamt the ceiling was leaking, like a bucket of water was leaking through my ceiling near my closet, right? And I panicked because I woke up right away because I was like, because the ceiling's damaged from the time when we had to patch up the roof. Yeah, so I woke up right away and I was freaking out. I was like I thought the ceiling was gonna come in and I was gonna get crushed in my sleep. But then I realized, oh, it's you guys just being nosy. You guys just want to see what was in my closet. You guys aren't gonna know what I looked like before, but now you know how it looks like now. Trev said, why the hell would you just put a whole bunch of dead trees? That's what he calls the books. He calls books dead trees. In my closet. And then Tones is like, ew, libraries. He said it's better to like buy the books than to go to a library because he said, I don't know whose dirty ass hands touched these books. So I was like, oh, but what if it's someone worthwhile touch the books? And he's like, nah, Lisa, even then I wouldn't touch the books. And then Tones keeps telling me, he's like, food for thought. No, not food for thought. He's like, food for mouth, food for stomach. He said food for thought's an idiomatic expression, you know? And then he asked me the other day, I don't know what he was working on for homework, but he said he had to learn, he's like, what the hell does face the music mean? And I was like, oh my god, the shit they teach you in school. Okay, I don't know how many of you want to know this, but I'll tell you anyways. My favorite month of the year is October. If you guys don't know that, it's like the best month. It's like everything changes color. All my pictures are pretty. Super Junior always releases their songs around this time. Trev's birthday is around now, so I get to celebrate his birthday, and it's fun. We get to eat a whole bunch of whipped cream, and it's sweater weather, and Halloween's now, and then we get to binge watch movies. Like, October's the best month. I don't know about you guys, but like it goes by so fast, but it makes me so happy. When I was cleaning out stuff too, I found my favorite card that Grandma sent me for my birthday. You want to see it? This is the card. This is the first card she bought that like I really like, because normally she buys cards and I was just like, oh, they're totally not my style, but I like this one. Look at this. It's so cute. And look, there's bears here again. What the hell? She finally got a card that I like. I'm not gonna get rid of this one. She always puts the whatever my birthday is, it'll be like 16th, 15th, 4th, that kind of thing. But this card she didn't write like what year, so I don't know what this card was for. But yeah, that's my favorite one. I'm showing you guys because if I need strength and I need to look at something and